start the tutorial, I just want to say that custom backgrounds, for me, is something very important in creating a level, because it gives a certain, it is a cool design, it gives a cool effects to the level. So today I'm gonna be showing you 5 different types of custom backgrounds, in my opinion. And before that, I want to give you 5 tips or tricks, if you prefer, or even advices. So first thing, you have to know when to put the custom background, because sometimes you need the custom backgrounds because there is not enough decoration, so you need to put a custom backgrounds to make the level even cooler. Second thing, be sure to use low detail modes, because most of the time custom backgrounds are pretty laggy for devices like phones and tablets. So be sure to make a low detail mode, and I'll talk about that later to show you how to make one. Third thing, make sure to music sync the custom background. What I mean is that sometimes the gameplay is pretty hard to sync with the music. So sometimes the custom background is a good solution to make a good music sync. Fourth advice is that try to not copy other players, because sometimes you want to copy a custom background of someone else and you end up screwing everything up, so it makes it ugly and all that. And the last thing is that the custom background has always something, what I mean is that the custom background has to match the design of the level. So you can't put, for example, a brick styled custom background with a robotic styled level. That screws everything up. So be sure to follow these 5 advices, and now let's get started with the first type of custom backgrounds. Okay, so here, the first type of custom backgrounds is what I call the stationary one, which means the background follows you but doesn't do anything, it just stays in place. So don't say it's ugly or something, because each time you have to use a different one. So I'll just show you. So now in the level Betrayal of Fate, I'll just go in ignore damage mode just to show you. So let's put a start position to show you how it looks like. So it's 3 speed. Okay, go. I'll guess, yeah, like that. So as you can see there, the custom background just follows you like that, and it's pretty simple. As you can see, nothing really much to do. So I'll just go quickly through it. Let's just create a new level. And so yeah, another thing about custom backgrounds is what I think is that you should put the regular background full black. Most of the time it's the best thing to do when you want to use custom backgrounds, but it's not always necessary. So just it's all about the level. So here for this one, this type of custom background, the stationary one, are most of the time use transparency. So now we're gonna work on the transparency. As you can see, I selected the color. My best advice for this type of custom background is to use blending mode. And sometimes the opacity can be helpful too, but it's not always. We'll get to that later. Okay, so there. Here's the first rod, if you want. Then we get the second one. There we go. We can move it like so, and there. Here is the custom background. Now you can rotate it if you want, of course. Let's just do it like that. Yeah, like this. I know you're gonna tell me, but if the custom background follows you until the end and you wanna change it, how you do? So basically it's easy. You just go to where the you want to end that background, put a toggle trigger, and put the group ID there, 1, and as soon as you're gonna pass through this, it's basically gonna make the background disappear. Let's just make a test. There. Basically, you're not obligated to use flares or something, but what I think is about this ones, flares are the best thing to use. Or you can also use these things, but you should. My advice is to put to reduce them opacity because it makes it cooler. I guess yeah, that's it. I guess. Okay, let's move to the next one. So the next one is what I call the stationary custom backgrounds with moving or triggering parts. So basically the whole background is stationary. It doesn't move. It just follows you, but some parts of it move or change colors. I'll just show you in one of my unfinished levels. Yeah. Another thing quickly is that to make a custom background, always be sure to put layers, because when you put the custom background on the same layer of the blocks, you're gonna get confused when you wanna change it or you wanna change a detail in it. So my advice is to use it, basically to use different layers basically. So sorry about that. So as I said, yeah, so basically here's the background, as you can see. So we are here. As you can see, the background doesn't do anything, but you see that some parts, like let me do it again. So you see that these lasers are going through the screen and flashing, and also in if you notice that the squares are getting I don't know, like they get white for a second and then become normal, as you can see. So that is another type of custom backgrounds, and this one requires a serious low detail mode because it contains a lot of details and things, which makes a lot of devices laggy. You take a block of one of those, because this kind of blocks, how do we say that, they get bigger and smaller depending on the music. So use another advice about this one is that you should use it when there is like a hype music, like when the music gets serious and things, so the blocks always become big and there is no problem about it. So let's rotate it. Too much, do it like this. Good. Now let's change the color. I think I already have one here. Yeah, I guess it's this one. Let me see. No. Yeah, okay. So there. This is how you do it. You take a color, the one you want. You should better use a bright one, better than a darkened one. Put the color blend in and give it an opacity of 75, like there. And to make it look more bright, just copy it and move it a little bit. Like so. And do it again, but this time put it more down. And as you can see, we get the same thing here. And then you start copying and pasting it like this, and you start moving it until you get the background that satisfies you, like that. This is the first part. Now about these lasers, you do the same technique. You use these flares, as you can see here. Wait. These flares, you use them, give them a color, same thing, blend in, opacity of 0.75. Then you start copy it make it a bit up, copy it again, make it a bit down, and you get the effect. Don't forget to put one facing up and some facing down, so it gives you this laser effect. There. You can also add something in the back, like for example how I did this this music note is I got this so I made a first music note like this with a black color. You don't use blending, because when you use blending with black color, the block becomes invisible. So give it opacity of 0.75 as always. Then underneath, wait, is it underneath? I don't remember. Let's just check the group. So the Z order here is 30, and here is 31. So you have to put it underneath it to make that effect. And basically use a color you want, but don't use any blending or opacity. Leave it like that, and you get this effect. Now, and of course, if you want to add some details, like here you use the same technique as I showed you for the blocks and the lasers. Now, these one lasers are not specially necessary. Use the same technique to make them bright like that, but they're not necessary. I added them just because I wanted to make like a hype gameplay, but the level, how do I say that, level went nuts. The gameplay was annoying and things, so I just gave up on it. Good. So now let's move on. Yeah, just about to make the background following you, basically use the same technique as before. You give the background, the whole background, a group like this, and then you add that group to a follow trigger, make it lot to player X, infinite move, like that. That's the first part. Now let's get to the triggering, aka moving part. So where are the blocks? There. As you can see, as you move, the blocks get white and become normal. It's pretty simple to do that. This is also I call the triggering part, because they trigger the change color. You have to give each column a different group. So as you can see here, I give it the group of 48. By the way, this 75 is only for the low detail mode. So as I said, 48. Then the color after the column after it gets the group 49. After it gets 50, and etc. Then use pulse triggers. Pulse, however you pronounce it. So you pulse so this pulse will change the color of these first blocks, as you can see here, group 35. There. So the fade in should be depending on the speed of the level. So you put a quick fade in, a quick hold, but the fade out has to be a bit long. Not a lot, but a bit. So about the color, you can either put it fully white, or just pick the color of the original box, copy, and then go over here, paste it, and make it more bright, I guess, like this, depending on what you want. There. Another thing about this background is that you should use these black flares at the bottom and the top of the vehicle. Before we get to the next one, another thing about custom backgrounds is that when you are in cube mode, as you know, the cube has unlimited y-axis camera, so the camera goes up and down. But vehicles, as you can see here, has limits. So when you use the cube, you should put a limit to the cube too. It depends on you, and you see how you do it. Now, before I get the next one again, I want to show you another one, but this one is moving, not triggering. Okay, so this is another one of my unfinished levels. I just wanted to show you another type of background. So this one, as I said before, you have to put some music sync in the level. So this one is music synced. I'll just show you how it works. Okay, so there, listen to the music, and as you can see, it's moving according to the music. Not the best design of custom background, but I just wanted to show you an example. So as you can see, as the music plays, the custom background follows it like this. There. Now let's get to another custom background. So back to my level, the unfinished one, light 4. So back to my unfinished level, light 4. This third type of custom backgrounds is what I call the moving transparency ones. So why I call them like that is that they follow you, but at the same time they get back a bit. There's like an effect that makes the custom backgrounds go back a little bit, just slowly. And why transparency? Because this type of custom backgrounds is mostly half transparent. Because when there's already enough decoration and blocks, the custom background doesn't have to be too how do we say that, because when there's too much decoration, the level is ugly. So if the custom background is not half transparent, the levels just become ugly. Okay, so here, basically, you use the blocks you want, any blocks you want. You go to the color, put any color you want, but be sure to not check blending. Put an opacity of 070, and then the next part of the background has to have less opacity, so it's not like it repeats every time. So same thing with these chains here. I just put them less opacity, because the most important thing is the bricks, as you can see here. So now let's get to the moving part, which is a bit more difficult. Not really difficult. So where did I put the triggers? Let me just look at the group. So like lately, you have to put a locked player X with the group ID an infinite amount of time of moving. The next part is the most important. There, to make the background moving slowly, you have to put the same group ID, make sure to uncheck locked player X, and put a -999 move to X. Then you have to put a move time of between 100 and 300. So the more move time you give, the more move time you give, the less speed the background will have. The less move time you put, the more speed it will have. Basically, this is it for this type of custom backgrounds. Okay, so now let's get to another type of custom background. It's what I call basically the stationary but full opacity one. So basically this one, you put this one when there is not enough decorations. So here, like this, as you can notice, the blocks are you can fully see them. There, you can fully see them, and this kind of custom backgrounds are most of the time easy to make. Quickly do this, some design, some ideas, and put it. And also it uses the exact same technique of moving. One of the move triggers has locked player X, the other one has the move time. And here, why I used different groups is because I used different speed for each part of the background, and I advise you to do that. So for example, for the big blocks, I made them. I gave them a certain speed, as you can see here. As you can see here, move time of 100. But about the small ones, I put a move time of 90. So basically, it depends on what you want, and it's pretty quick. So now let's move on to the last type of custom backgrounds, which is the complex one and advanced. So these ones I never made one because they are just too hard to make for me, but I'll just show you some examples from a very good creator, Galvatron. He makes awesome custom backgrounds. I just show you from one of his levels. So for example, impasse. So basically, as you can see here, he does really good custom backgrounds moving like this. So as you can see here, the backgrounds he makes are pretty advanced, as you can see. So he puts mirror effects to the backgrounds, and he puts things like that. And also he does this a lot of times. He does rotating custom backgrounds. Yeah, you heard it, rotating, even if 2.1 isn't out yet. So I just go quickly through his level, the best level in my opinion, impasse, and show you how he does that. Yeah, this one, as you can see, look at this. Isn't this just amazing? It's like, what the heck? I don't know how he does that. It requires a lot of move triggers, a lot of groups, and a lot of work. I'm not enough patient to do that, honestly, and I don't know how to use the moves. So basically, if you wanna try to make one my best advice is to copy his levels and try to understand what he does here. And if you get anything, maybe you can do a tutorial too and help other people. So basically, here are the 5 types of custom background I wanted to show you. And I just want to talk quickly about low detail mode. Low detail mode is something very important when you use custom backgrounds, because most of custom backgrounds have a lot of details and make things laggy. So basically, to do that, you just have to go and check the less important details on your custom backgrounds, give them a different group, and at the beginning of the level, put a toggle trigger, which gonna be touch triggered, which means only when you wanna get it, when you touch that trigger, it makes that details of the custom background disappears, which will make the game considerably less laggy. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed. Of course, leave a like if you did, and if it was helpful, and if you want more content like this, be sure to subscribe and show me some feedback so I can continue. Now, see you guys and check you later in another video. Bye!